Hi there, Jus4SweetZ here again. Today I'm just going to show you a really quick way to make a really cute party favor for a baby shower. You can do the same with a bridal shower, a birthday party. They're just really cute and unique. These are actually were ordered by somebody here in town for me to make for a baby shower this evening, and it's actually a pilot's wife, and they're having their first baby, and the hostess of the party wants to give these away as the favors for the people that came to the party. So what we did is we did clouds that are sugar cookies, and I put a little bit of the disco dust on there. This is the baby blue. It's probably hard to see in the camera, but it's got a little shimmer to it. The ribbon that I got is from my local dollar store, so it's just blue with little white polka dots, and it's got glitter in it as well. The spool, you know, was like this. You got quite a bit for $1, so, and I tied them with that. These are the airplanes, and I used a American blue disco dust on those. So, you know, they're really cute. She's just going to give them to the guests as they leave for thanking them for coming to the baby shower. So it's really a cute and unique idea. I just want to show you what they look like outside of the package. So here they are. I just made a basic sugar cookie recipe. It's one that I have found and kind of changed up a little bit, and I love it. It makes perfect sugar cookies. I used a cup and a half of softened butter, 2 cups sugar, 4 eggs. I used a teaspoon of vanilla and a half a teaspoon of almond extract. 5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to show that demonstration. I made that last night, but that's what I used in it, and then you refrigerate it for a couple hours. I kind of flatten it out in between parchment paper and stick it in my refrigerator so that it's nice and chilled evenly, and then it's easier to roll out too if it's not in a big ball. So here's the clouds, and I just rolled them out to about a 1/4 inch thickness, almost a 1/2 inch in between, just whatever thickness you like. I don't like them too thin because then they break a little bit easier. So here was my cloud cookie cutter, and I went today to our local cake supplier, and I got the airplane. So I have some cookies pre-made. I baked them this morning, and I'm going to show you just what I did. I have Ghirardelli. You can use any kind you want, Hershey's, it doesn't matter, white chocolate chips, and about a teaspoon. I used a half a bag of chips to about a teaspoon of vegetable shortening, and I stick mine in the microwave. So I put it on 30-second intervals, and I just keep mixing until it's about the consistency that I want to spread on top of my cookies. You could do royal icing. I just think the flavor of white chocolate's better. So I just have a spreader, and I put my white chocolate on. And on the clouds, you know, clouds are funny shaped anyway, so it's not like it has to be perfectly smooth. You're just going to kind of put that on there. Put little wave patterns in it if you like. Make sure you have a piece of wax paper, parchment paper in front of you. And if you want to get into the creases where the white chocolate kind of goes in, you can scrape it out and just scrape that back into your bowl. But they're really cute, and you know, they're really, really good actually. Hardly any almond flavor, just a slight almond flavor, just to give it a little bit of a different sugar cookie taste, but they're delicious, real buttery tasting. I guess so when you have a cup and a half of butter in them. But this makes a lot of sugar cookies. I made 20, I believe I made 26 or 27, and it was just half of the dough. So I still have half left if anybody else orders any cookies. So I do a lot of these like at the holidays. You know, I'll shape them for St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Christmas. Okay, so then for the clouds, I use the baby blue disco dust, and I've had this forever. As you can see, it's so beat up and got frosting all over it. But it's just a cheap blush brush that I got at Target, I think, or one of those stores. So dip it in, kind of get, you know, some on there. And then what I do is I just kind of sprinkle it with my finger. And you can see it's just a beautiful shimmer. It makes it a little bit, a little bit more elegant. So we're going to sprinkle some on this one. Then normally what I do after I get the chocolate and the dust on, put them on a plate, and you know, it's better to line the plate with parchment paper. That way you don't have to worry about anything sticking. And I stick these in the refrigerator and chill them, and then it's only about 10 minutes that I chill them, and then see, they come out and you don't have to worry about anything smearing. The dust doesn't come off. It's just a perfect way to package up a cookie. So now we're going to do the airplanes, and I just, same thing, same technique, just kind of spread it on there. You can make this one a little bit smoother if you want to. I don't really think it matters. It depends on what you like and what you're looking for. So smooth that on there, kind of get down on the wings a little bit. I actually broke one of the airplanes when I was doing this earlier, so I had to do a taste test, and let me just tell you, these were really good. Now I know why I can't lose weight. It's because I'm constantly baking and having to taste everything, but that's okay. It's delicious. I don't eat it on a normal basis, just when I'm baking. So kind of spread that on there. Make sure you want to kind of at least get the top of the cookie. Okay. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect if you're a perfectionist, which I normally am, but I'm just showing you. I mean, you could do this really quick and people would love it. Okay, so there's our airplanes. Have a towel nearby to wipe your hands with all that chocolate off of there. If you lick your fingers, make sure you wash them. Sometimes I do that too. So this one I'm using the American Blue Disco Dust, and just sprinkling that, and that actually went on a little bit heavy, but you can sprinkle as much as you want. I mean, your planes don't have to be dark blue, you know. You can do a little bit to make them a little bit lighter, or a lot to make them a little bit darker. So then what I did on the airplanes is, you know, they need to dry, and I normally would let them dry for about 5 minutes, but I have a toothpick, and I'm going to dip it in the white chocolate, you know, till I can get it to drizzle off just a little bit. And then I'll put it on the airplane, and I'm just creating a little window on the plane. So keep dipping it in the chocolate. Just a little white window. There's your little window in the airplane. It's really easy, just, you know. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. So our windows are done. And then again, get a plate with parchment paper. Stick these in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes, chill them, and then the chocolate hardens on the top. So let's push this aside. I better, knowing me, I'll spill it. I'm terrible. I have butter fingers. No pun intended. Go like this. Package those up so I don't get them everywhere. I'm going to show you now. I just went to the local craft store and bought these little bags. I think they're called lollipop bags or cookie bags. You know, you can kind of judge by the size of your cookies. So, and then I have my ribbon that I pre-cut that I showed you earlier. And these are already dried up. So I'm just sticking the cookies in. Be gentle with the airplanes if you do airplanes or anything that has a real skinny part to the cookie, because I've already broken a few today, so you just have to be real careful with them. Make sure your ribbon's, you know, long enough that you can tie it around there without straining the cookie. So I'm pulling it down. It's real easy, and then I don't even tie it in a knot. I just tie one. And I like to make my ribbon pretty, and this ribbon has wire in it. So then you can kind of, as you see with the other cookies, you can kind of scrunch it however you want and just make it look real pretty. And there's your airplane. So we'll add that to our list. Oh, see, I almost lost another one. Add that to our pile of cookies. And we'll put a cloud in here. The clouds are a little bit easier because you don't have that. You don't have that little skinny section. This one's upside down, but that's okay. Clouds come in all shapes and sizes, don't they? Okay, There we go. Do it again. Bend it however you want. You can make a bow if you want. I suggest if you make a bow that you cut your ribbon a little bit longer because you don't want to have to struggle with it. You know, kind of flare the top out a little bit. You want to make it as pretty as possible. And then there's your cloud. So it's really fun, really unique. People love them. I do these kinds of things at my daughter's birthday party all the time. I've made cookie bouquets, so I've done the cookies on a stick, stuck them out of a vase. I have actually done the cookies and put candy on top of them. I mean, you can do, it's endless, but people love unique ideas, and this is a really, really simple one. A little time consuming, make your dough the night before, you know, then the next day all you have to do is cut it out and frost, but I mean, it doesn't take very long, and they're really fun. So I hope you learned something from this. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you liked the video, would you please push like after you watch it so I can see the responses from it. I'd love for you to comment, tell me things that you'd like to see, things that, if you have any questions on things that you might want to do different. I check my YouTube channel probably 15 times a day. So any ideas or suggestions, comments, I would love them. So again, this is Just for Sweets, and I'll be seeing you real soon. Thanks. Have a great day.